It's for me. Probably what I'm doing. Every day in the studio. Every day in the studio. Every day no fully shit. In the streets with the Yeezys on. In the streets with the hoodie up.
Play
No.
games. It's the most underrated but best kept secret in Portland. The Play No Games
Podcast/show.
There we go, and we're back again, and it's the real life, Hitch. Even though my co-hosts don't want to really give me my respect, but I'm gonna let the numbers, add up, and then numbers don't lie. But at the end of the day, it's real life Hitch is me, and then we got down at the end we got
Cas.
That's it.
Yeah.
Dang, that's
I don't
dry.
know. Yeah, I'm Cas. But to my right, we got someone special.
Hopefully, got a nickname now.
I don't know. I don't know what I think that I gotta figure that piece out down the road. But it's your boy. It's your man. Yeah, I'm not a 2K player like that.
No.
Arthur Dixon. Some people call me AJ.
Yeah.
We'll figure out the rest later. For now, you can just call me Arthur.
Okay. Like, try to hold my fist up,
Hey,
clench it.
Arthur.
He don't want no problems. DW. Anywho,
Whoa.
it's the most dangerous, podcast out yet again. And before we get into any more of what we're doing today, man, the football season has started. There's been some winners, some losers. Basketball's about to be starting. KD gonna get a ring.
Oh,
but
shit. Here we go.
What's the common denominator in all those things? They have fans. They have support.
Okay. I love how you've twisted this now.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm good with this shit. Okay. And the people who watch this, we need your support. Like, you buy KD jerseys, you buy jerseys, buy our jersey in the form of $Hero Rob. If you do that, you can help us grow the show and make it more fun. Bells, whistles, toot that thing up, mommy let it go.
Ooh, shit.
We can enhance your viewership if you help. But also, what also helps? Liking, commenting, and subscribing. And then, sharing this content, because we are giving the blessings for the middle class people, not just the men, not just the women, not just the non-binaries, everybody, because it is a war on middle class people. We deserve a life that's worth living. So if you like, comment, and share this with your cousin,
Like Robert or like Kennedy over here.
I'm just saying,
Robert for 2022. Robert for
There we go.
2022.
thanks guys. That really
President over here.
that really helps my spirits, because if we look at Nicki Minaj, she has that one cousin, her twice cousin, second removed, like, that has that thing. We're not gonna say that because we don't want the COVID thing, but like, if you just let your cousins know about this show, you'll help us out.
There we go.
Cousins know about the show.
Hey, they were really knowledgeable.
That's low-key a bar, and if you think about it, if you let your cousins know about the show, help us out.
Forever, ever. I'm not gonna lie, this literally creeped into my top 2 favorite intros of all time. This is how we fucking start, gentlemen.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, welcome to the Play No Games podcast show. I think it's only right for us to like ease into everything, but let's like just do like a little side, like how have everyone's been doing, I'll just start with myself. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a crazy last couple of weeks for myself.
Yeah. And
like, I just want like the openness to just talk about this, or like, I don't think we've talked about this before on the show, but like being able to like manage, like, being busy, keeping up with your own personal mental health. Mm-hmm. And then I even have this being separate, and we talked about the show, and I'm not going to go into it, but like managing like loneliness.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, those have been like super crazy for me. Mm-hmm. And like, yeah. And like, I'm just, powering through that shit and just like making sure, but just checking in with myself. Cause that's what we do here. Cause we real people. Mm-hmm. We're not just, we here to entertain and for have y'all learn, because, sometimes, the face doesn't fit in the picture. But Gentlemen, before we, get into topics and other BS, any fun, funny things or inspirational things y'all want to drop?
Go ahead, Cas.
Funny things I want to drop. Oof.
Or anything.
Anything I want to drop. Something interesting happened recently. The company I work for, my friend actually left, but my friend that left was the one that helped me get into the company.
Oh shoot!
Oh, dang.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so he left, so I'm left over there. So kind of put a lot into perspective of like, all right, where do I see myself? How do I evaluate myself? I'm only like 5, about to be 6 months in this job. I do like the job. I like the company, but I'll move up. So it's kind of about now putting more of an initiative and like being outspoken and be like, hey, I want to go up.
Okay.
Something interesting that kind of like just out of nowhere. I see it as a cursing and a blessing because I'm losing my friend, good friend. He's not dying. I'm gonna see him this weekend. We're gonna watch NFL, but I don't get to work with him anymore. But at the same time, it's motivated me to look at myself and be like, all right, how do I get to the next level? How do I really push myself now? But yeah, I don't know. That was something that was I guess recently happened.
No, we just checking in. All right.
That's dope. I like that one.
More life?
I don't think a lot of people
More life,
recognize that too. Like within a company,
Yeah.
like if you get there by somebody else's means, like being able to kind of step foot on your own. If that person leaves or you leave or something happens or you guys aren't together to kind of help promote yourselves,
Yep.
That's dope. My check-in, man, I've just been real busy, man. It's just I coach football, so that shit is hectic. We go like 6 days a week with this coaching stuff. Yeah, bro.
So where do you coach, if you don't mind me asking?
McDaniel High School.
Okay.
Yeah, we play tomorrow. Our game got moved up to 4 p.m., which is weird as hell. So, but yeah, I don't get it.
Is it first game of the season or?
No, we're this is week 3. Well, season-wise, I think this is week 4. Week 4, week 5 for some teams. We had a COVID outbreak on one of our games. I'm good, bro.
Okay.
I'm good, bro. And so we had like 25 players out one week.
Oh, wow.
And so we played Grant that following week, and it wasn't even close. It was bad, but what? I'm good, bro. I promise. I swear.
I got questions.
But no, it's good. So it's just about like rebuilding, man. It's a new school, new program. We started with 35 in the summer. Now we're at 75 kids. So we've kind of climbed up here, and it's pretty nice to see kind of the growth process of football when it comes to like even Oregon sports. Like football in Oregon isn't really good, but being able to kind of help them get to where they need to be has been pretty nice. So yeah.
Okay.
And what do you coach specifically?
I coach receivers.
Okay.
Receivers, and I do like kick return, punt return stuff. Yeah, man. I have some dope receivers, man. I must say.
That's dope.
Some dope receivers, so I'm excited about them.
So, got some questions. There's a guy in football, and his name is, I think he played for the Patriots, and I'm going to fish for this. Cas, I don't know my football players that well.
Aaron Hernandez.
Wow. He's a murderer.
You talking about Cam?
No.
He got cut. But
Yeah, I'm not. No,
All right.
I'm talk. No, what's this? It's like Amendola. He's a receiver.
Danny Amendola.
Yeah, and he doesn't. And he's like, I don't trust COVID and vaccinations and things like that. So I'm just curious.
So did Cole Beasley from the.
Oh, thank you, Cole Beasley. There we go.
Beasley.
Thank you. Thanks. See, I was fishing. I knew. So
Andrew Wiggins too.
Oh, yeah, this is all of them we're going here. Yeah.
All
All right,
here we go.
Yeah. So I'm just saying. Off the record, on the record.
How do I feel?
How do you feel about those things?
I mean, it's give and take, bro. Like, I feel like COVID is a real thing. It's a disease. How it plays against your body is I think what they talk about a lot is like what symptoms of stuff do you already have, right? Like, so with any type of disease, if your body doesn't have any antibodies, it's going to affect you really vigorously. So you have to take that in consideration. But the better you treat your body, right? We talk about health and wellness. We talk about fitness. We talk about lifestyle. Talk about how you eat. And are you taking your vitamins, right? All those things come into play when it comes to time for your body to go to war, quote unquote, right? So if the better you treat your body, the better you take care of your body, the easier it is to fight something because your body's healthy, ready to go. Doesn't mean you can't be affected by it. And a lot of times it just is what underlying things do you have, right? Like if you get some type of cancer, it usually runs in the family most of the time. A lot of times it's because of how you eat and what it's affecting in your system. So, you know, if you have a family history of bone cancer, you might want to begin to start taking care of your bones a little bit better. You know, you want to switch some of these things off. Kill off some of the disease that's killing your body. Kill that off. And we forget about that, man. Like, so, you know, COVID's a thing. You know, it's a real disease. It's like the flu, but magnified, and it attacks like certain areas of your body. Yeah, it's a thing. So mask up. I know we're not, but mask up and take on what you need to do, precautions. Now, if you want to go vaccine stuff, I'm just going to stay out of that, and we'll keep that off the mic.
And you know, if, you know, AZ's been on all right. Arthur's been on the show before, but he passed the spinning test. The spinning test of we'll see how far he wants to go. And you know, who's our resident scientist?
No, definitely not. I'm not a scientist.
But I'm not gonna lie. I really thought you were gonna not answer that question. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to set you up to not answer that question, but you, sir, are man's man.
I'll answer almost any question.
All right, we stay away from that vaccination, huh?
Yep. Besides that one.
Well, I will just say this while on the show. When it comes to, you know, vaccines and like that, I will never be a person, because that is a part of like your private health records. You know, if you want to reveal that, you want to reveal that. I will never put any gentlemen in the spots like, are you vaccinated or not? But I'll just say, people on the show, we take the utmost care, and we'll just say when we have people on, we ask for the utmost safety. So future guests and things like that, we're a safe place.
Oh, absolutely.
But with all that being said, you know, yeah. You passed. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought you were gonna answer that question. You really went there.
Yeah, I did.
I have some things, but before, like, does Cas?
What?
You wanna talk about what's going on in popular culture with, you know, a music mogul?
Oh, you want me to bring up the Moneybaggo story?
Yeah. He's your favorite artist.
I wouldn't say that. He's cool. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's my favorite artist.
What? You don't like black people?
Whoa.
See, he takes it here, Arthur. He takes it here every time.
Actually, let's do this right now. Remember off the record?
I'm gonna stay on that. I'm
okay,
on that hill.
All right.
Ask me the question.
Hey, we got this. All right, go ahead, Cas.
I think I'm in the middle of a fight right now.
Okay.
We're about to get you into this.
I saw something stupid on Twitter, and I had to bring it up to Robert.
Okay.
It was an argument, or like a scenario. 4 actors. You have to get rid of one, and all of the movies they've been part of no longer exist. Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Denzel Washington.
Who are you getting rid of?
See, look at the eyes he's giving me. I said Denzel.
Why?
Because I've watched his movies. I think best Denzel movie is a B+.
No. No.
See, look at that.
Wow.
I think Leo, Tom Hanks, and maybe I'd get rid of Robert Downey Jr. Maybe I swap Robert with Denzel. That would be the closest thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You think Leonardo DiCaprio is a better actor than Denzel Washington?
Yes.
This is all the smoke we needed. Go.
Wait, time out. Really?
I do, yeah.
How?
I think I like his movies a lot more. I like Catch Me If You Can. I think it's
You think that's better than Training Day?
Yes.
Oh, God.
The review, if you look at the scores and the reviews, it is better.
Who reviews it?
Critics.
Who are critics?
People in the industry.
Which are?
And they snatch children.
You getting me to say? You want me to say? I know what you want me to say.
What am I going to say?
Why are we have to make this a race thing? I don't know.
It's not race. But I also think it's like, yes, it's preference, right?
I think Shutter Island is a great movie.
Shutter Island's
by
fucking
Leonardo DiCaprio. I think Wolf of Wall Street.
No, it's not better than Training Day. That's not better. You serious?
Training Day is B+ at best.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That Training Day is an A movie. Can we? Or actually, it's an S class movie. It's really good.
Are you serious?
Maybe an A-.
Wow.
If I'm in a mood.
Don't let peer pressure die on this hill.
Okay, yeah.
So
Die on this hill.
I'm saying, out of those three,
you really think Wolf of Wall Street is better than Training Day right now?
It's not. But
So I'm really like
The
dumbfounded.
Departed is a better movie.
No, it's not.
The Departed is a phenomenal movie.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
please bring.
But I
Django
again,
Unchained. That's with Leo,
That's not about Leo.
but he's in it.
He's
Same
in
with
it.
Robert Downey Jr.
But-
If you take him out, all the Marvel movies.
If you take him out of Iron Man, it's still a good movie without him.
I don't think anyone else can play Tony Stark.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not gonna. I
I don't think anyone else in
No
the
one
world
else can play Tony
Bro,
Stark
that's-
like
you
Robert
tripping.
Downey. Okay, go ahead. Who else? Who else is playing
You
Tony
tripping.
like that?
You
Tony on the
tripping.
monitor creeping in. Shout out,
see.
Big Sean.
I think really, truthfully, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. That's just his character. He's been more put into that character. But if you put somebody else in that person before he was there, they could still play that character.
I'm gonna do this one for you. Not Don Cheeto, but what's his name?
I need
Cheeto.
I need to bring my friend on here who's a freaking movie nerd. He's an absolute movie nerd.
I'm fine with this.
He knows movies from the 60s. Like, he's an absolute movie nerd. Like, all the Marvel movies, everything. Like, he needs to really be on the show, and we need to have this
And I
movie.
think you'd probably agree with me.
No, he would not. I promise you he would not. And he can tell you the actor in the movie, how many other movies he's played in, all that. He can say lines from the movie. Like, he's a movie nerd.
So he's deep like that.
He's really deep. So, like, we got to have him on the show.
So the question is, who are you cutting?
I'm definitely cutting Robert De Niro.
Robert Downey Jr.
Him too. I'm cutting all of them.
All of them.
I'm cutting all of them off.
Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio, maybe he can go behind, but no, Denzel's at the top of my list, hands down. Yeah, absolutely, hands down.
The thing is, because let's
You
be
like The
honest.
Equalizer, man? Is that a great movie? The Equalizer.
Time out. Equalizer is a C Denzel movie. I'm not gonna go that far.
I think one of his best. Book of Eli, I think, is one of his best movies.
Book of Eli is like a B Denzel movie because Training Day is an
Bro.
S class.
But bro, if you must not even understand the Book of Eli, because I think that movie went over a lot of people's head, and that's why it's not understood. Like, that movie really breaks down the Bible. First off, secondly, he's blind throughout the movie.
I know.
Which is
Spoiler.
a whole sorry, I just spoiled part of that movie. You ain't seen it, but which is a whole magnify on the whole idea of what he's doing, the purpose of the movie. So, like, just those two pieces alone make that movie better than the movies you talking about.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, absolutely. You're
No.
tripping, bro.
No,
Like,
you just have to think about, like, in Django Unchained, when he's playing the dinner role, he actually cuts his hand, and he doesn't. And Leo does not stop acting, and all the emotion he's showing is him actually, like, his hand is gashed. After
so
the
that
scene,
makes the movie better.
Time out.
because yes, no, it doesn't make the movie better. It makes his performance and his ability better.
Jamie Foxx makes that movie, bro.
Jamie Foxx is amazing in that movie. I'm not gonna say
Jamie Foxx makes
but every
that
good
movie,
hero
not
needs
Leonardo.
a good villain.
Time
Just
out.
like in Inglourious
Bro,
Bastards, the villain is one of the best parts of that movie.
great
If Leonardo was in that movie, I still would watch the movie.
I would watch it, but I don't think it would be as good.
You're crazy.
Wait, so Leo actually cuts his hand in that movie like real life?
And he has to go right after the scene. He goes to the hospital to get his hand sewn up.
I just said that's he's being dumb. You know, right?
I don't know. I don't agree with you, but you have to understand. Like, I respect your opinion. I respect it.
I respect your opinion as well.
I respect it.
Oh, wow, look at this brotherhood already. You know,
You
we
know.
disagree and we make up at the same time. We'll have some
mean-
controversy.
But it's it's all perspective of opinion where it comes from. It doesn't matter what critics say. Critics are going to be critics, and most of the time they're fair skinned folks. So I said that out loud, but
Ted
and
Lasso?
I think that always determines the direction a lot of times of the movies, and that's why certain people don't win Grammys when they should, or certain people shouldn't win or Oscars when they should. Like, critics always have a perspective and an opinion, and they're never going to be the way they should be.
The Revenant? Have you seen The Revenant?
I haven't seen The
seen
Revenant. I haven't seen The Revenant,
Tremendous.
but I hear
That's the one that finally won him the Oscar.
My brother.
You think it's better than Moonlight?
Yes.
I haven't seen Moonlight,
I don't think so.
but I will just say this because my brother and then acting
Won an Oscar.
Oh,
Moonlight Oscar.
yeah. But when it comes to the Revenant, like when he was like, "Here, you just gotta." Like I heard a lot of people. I haven't seen Moonlight.
I own The Revenant. I can let you borrow it if you want.
I will probably not watch it, but yes.
Okay. Nice.
Do you want me to lie to you?
Okay.
He's gonna be rocking around in the snow. It's cold.
Wait,
Anywho,
that's the one that they're locked in the car.
Revenant?
Yeah.
No. That's the one where they're up in
the snow.
It's either Canada or Alaska. I think it's Alaska, and they're fighting the Native Americans. And he gets attacked by the bear, and he has to survive like the bear attack. And,
Oh snap!
And
I
he
think
has-
I might have seen part of that.
and then he has to get revenge for the guy that killed his son.
Oh, well, it was cold.
Spoiler alert.
I thought that was a great joke, but
Maybe I'll have to go watch it again. It's on Netflix, isn't it?
no.
It's been on and off. I don't think it's on right now.
Netflix. That's a plug. Where's my
The
cash?
Hateful Eight is on Netflix right now.
Drop
The
that.
hateful. Oh,
The
that
extended version.
Oh God, I actually
You didn't like The Hateful Eight?
I regretted watching that stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a Tarantino guy. I'll watch it.
I regretted watching that one. But this brings up a really quick sidebar that I want to bring up.
Yeah.
Before we get into like our regularly scheduled program, but you brought up a pretty good point when it comes to like critics and things like that. And we all know critics are people that have their own perspectives and things like that. But why do y'all think it's so hard for these entities, right? Because we've been talking about not just like diversity, right? Not just that, right? But why is this so hard? They have 100 seats. It can be like, all right, we got 2 black people, 2 Asian people, 2 gay, 2
yeah.
and they're coming from all these different genres because you can win and correct me if I'm wrong, you can win like a Grammy or not a Grammy but an Oscar
Emmy.
a
Critic.
Yeah, I'm saying
Anyone can win an Emmy. We can
Exactly.
win an Emmy.
Exactly. So my thing is,
Man, I would love that.
how much is it on the critics or how much is it on just the system of like the people who own that? Because for think tanks, you have you can get like that diversity for that. Is it just more because it's been years since they've been talking about the blackout and all this other stuff, but now it's just being complicit because you can just hire 2 Joe Schmoes. You're like, all right, indie films, boom, boom, boom. That's 3 people. That's 97 seats. All right, we'll give half to like the people who've been in the game, the other 50 to the like your friend, like the critics who knows this stuff. Why do y'all think it's so hard, or is it more of a system thing?
I don't know.
I think it's a network thing.
Network.
I think it's about knowing the people, knowing the right people,
Know who you
knowing
know.
your circle. It's who you know, and I think that's just how it is.
That's a good point.
Any
a good point.
business
My bad.
is like really.
But here's the thing: you would end but seriously, here's the thing: you would end a lot of the noise. Where it's almost kind of like I hate to make this, make this loose association, but like when the NFL was going through the thing with, the thing with.
They be going through a
They've
lot.
been going through a lot.
I was just saying,
Is it with a guy with like an afro?
not the Colin,
Not that thing.
not Colin, not that thing, but even still,
Okay.
But like, we'll look at the NFL, right? The NFL
This
with the
concussion
women.
Oh,
Women.
okay.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, we're just gonna get a PR woman to handle this. And you know what people did? They were like, okay, we're cool with this. Like, we ain't go. Like, they have a better policy, but like, I just haven't seen like those the transformation on that side of entertainment where we've been complaining. They were like, you know what? We're gonna be like, yeah. We'll get you a couple Indian people. Yeah.
Yeah.
The diversity hire or the diversity committee. Because they're really doubling down on So why do y'all think that's so hard? But other entities just do it just for like the glitz.
I can't answer that. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It has to come from it has to happen before anything happens. It has to be an initiative within the inside of like the company and like the association to be like, hey, Like, for example, at my company, every couple months we do a diversity and inclusion training. Not because there was an incident, because my CEO brought that up. He's like, I actually had an employee come up, be like, was there an incident why we do this so often or something like that? And he's like, he actually took that as a compliment. He's like, no, we just believe in it so much. That's why we push it, and we want to make sure everyone feels welcome. So it's about being proactive, without there having to be like something come up to then force you to be that way. It has to come from inside.
So thinking about it, as you asked that question, I think other entities do it so quick because of money stream, right? Like there's really no area for women when it comes to sports, right? So that are like really popping and that aren't filmed popping, right? Yeah. So I would say because women's basketball is dope, college women's basketball is dope. There's women's football league. There's all types of women's sports out there that don't get popularized or shown. Like women's rugby, all that. Anyway, but I think most of the fans come like with football and stuff are women, so they lose revenue if they're not supporting their fans. So you know what I'm saying? So if I can hire a PR person that helps promote women's tackle football commercial, right? When it's not even put on really a camera and you can't really see it, but I'm going to promote it to show that we're supporting women. I'm getting paid for that because they're like, oh yes, they're supporting women's football finally, but they're really not, they're really not. And so now it's more money being dumped into these areas of saying I could support, but they're not really even showing the fruit of the labor in the support process. That's my opinion. I don't know if it's correct or not. But
No. And like, to be honest with you, that was just like the thought that I have. I'm like, could be fixed so simply, like really quickly. Where it's kind of like I think there was a video I watched not too long ago, and it was talking about like, what's that movie? It was like a Mamma Mia movie, and they were like upset that a different racial person like filmed it, and it wasn't someone of the culture, and like Denzel,
because the movie takes place in Greece. It's a Greek musical.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yep. What is it called?
Mamma Mia.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it is Mamma Mia.
Oh, so look at me.
I think that
isn't that French?
The movie's Greek, so I don't know.
I think I may be quoting the movie wrong, but it was like, I think it was a Denzel clip, and Denzel, bring this full circle, was talking about Quentin Tarantino can direct a movie about boys in the hood, but because you're not of that culture, you're gonna miss the nuances. And I'm paraphrasing Denzel, like, when a black mom gets up, she got the hot comb in her hair, and then she gonna throw the grits and the eggs. Not saying that Quentin can't do that. There's cultural nuances that are gonna get missed. And when we talk with these critics, right, we're not trying to say, like, it's almost kind of like, I even think of like the Ted Lasso show, where like I'm getting immersed into like soccer culture and like what it goes.
They do a great job on that show.
And my thing is, like, from a person who doesn't know anything like that, I can have that context right here, but also being like, this is one of the greatest TV shows of this year, like, for that context. Or it's kind of like, why can't the critics being like, all right, we got Boys in the Hood, and then we got, I'm trying to think of something super white.
The Truman Show.
The Truman Show, where I'm like, all right, we can see it for like the nuances of directing and things like that, but then the cultural aspects, like, I don't know, like, maybe I'm the dumb one being like, there's more to like being a critic, but I'm like, it's so like it could be so easy.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about easy, but because like you said, it's a cultural piece, right? Like, everybody don't understand Latin culture. Everybody don't understand, the difference in nuances within Latin culture or Black culture, Caribbean culture, right? Like, so if you are watching a great Caribbean movie, but you don't understand it, you're not gonna pick up on the jokes or the little sayings that they say. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, oh, that's gonna go over your head. But someone of that culture is gonna be like, I got him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like little stuff like that, and that makes that movie too, right?
But here, it's not a but. I gotta stop saying but. That's the job of the critic. The critic bridge the gap, where it's kind of like, if I'm being like a Black critic, I'm like, I can judge movie from a generalist sense, but like, this is the things y'all's missing from not seeing.
Yeah. So but I think that doesn't happen, and I think that's what we're talking about when we break all this down. we missing some people in critic circles, and that might make your Denzel movie shine a little bit more.
Can we talk about Moneybaggo? Yeah.
It's okay. We traded for Cas in the racial draft. He represents two clans. He's not that clan. I'm meaning.
Wow. What a choice of words.
Oh shit!
I'm not meaning that clan. You're an immigrant and you're a black man.
Wow. Oh, okay.
You said immigrant. And
He's an immigrant.
I am an immigrant.
And I'm black.
I'm not black. I'm not proclaiming to be black. Please don't come after me.
He's Romanian.
I am Romanian.
He's Romanian and black.
Sure. I'll take
You
that.
light skinned.
I'll take that as a compliment.
You're light skinned.
I'm white, man.
I tried to say
I'm
it.
Caucasian. I'm literally from the Caucasian mountains. That's where my people are from.
All right.
Caucus
This is how you get your black card.
Caucasian.
Denounce Kanye West right now.
Denounce Kanye West?
Yes.
Hell no.
There you go. You're black. I knew he would do that. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. We're trying to give him off. But anywho,
Trying to pass him to somebody.
yeah,
else.
we don't want him.
It's like the Dave Chappelle episode where they drafted Tiger Woods.
Quick side note.
Oh man.
Can we just we're gonna get on pace because we're gonna do this. I have this last comment. We're gonna have this last comment, then we'll do a commercial, and then we'll go. Can we say what's the little dressy thing that the celebrities do?
Met Gala.
That is literally the dresses and stuff they're doing. That is literally Comic-Con for rich people. I'm saying it here right now because they shit on anime guys and be like, oh, why are you guys doing that? But we had Kim Kardashian being a whole shadow. I said, Jesus.
That Shikamaru meme? Or
Yes.
Did you send that to me?
I sent that to you.
Sent that to me. Yeah.
Can we at least agree to that?
Yeah, I see the point you're making. And you have...
I'm not big on anime, so I'm kind of left out of this one.
It's okay. It's okay.
Fair
I guess I'm the only person. But anyway, I just want to make that comment and be on record that
I'm a casual anime fan.
now he is. Anywho, so can you see me? I see you. If you're listening to this, my voice is smooth, so silky. And you know what you should be doing right now after you just had ear orgasms? Oh my gosh. You slide that hand. You put it on your clicker. You click that down. Up and down. Yeah. Click that.
Click, 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 click.
Click that. And follow the Play-Doh Games show. We're trying to do all the greatest things. When I say greatest thing is we're trying to bring you all to a higher vibration. And a higher vibration looks like you taking that mirror and looking at yourself and upgrading. And for us, giving you the strength to go to those higher vibrations, we at least deserve a like, a comment, a share. Why not? Do it. And you know what? My friend Cas is going to have to tell y'all something about, because we got a little dating game show coming up pretty soon. Oh. So we're going to switch over. Yeah. So go ahead there, pal.
Yeah, hey, if you are single and in the Portland metro area, that includes Vancouver, of course, feel free to... Where can they find that link, Robert? On our Instagram?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on our Instagram page, which is lookhere.png. Boom.
Whoa, PNG, huh?
No. FYI.
Let's restart. Go from the stop. From the top. Why not? Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, are you a single person in the Portland metro area? That includes Vancouver, of course. And you want a fun little single maybe date on us, first date, blind date? Why not?
You do.
Check out our Instagram page. Of course, our Instagram is at lookhere.fyi. FRI. In our bio, we have a Google form. Fill it out. Just basic questions like your name, your age, what are you looking for, why do you think you're single, so on and so forth. Fill that out, and you might be picked to be on a little special we're having for blind single daters. Yeah.
All right. And would you like to plug where they can find you, my friend? Oh, you're not alone.
So you can find me on my social medias. Chef Bar Dixon. You know, we here. Fitness frenzy. You know, I'm on a fitness goal right now. 190 body, and you know, I'm trying to get there. You know, I'm like 5 pounds away. You can follow the fitness journey. Dixon Dynasty on Instagram. You can go to my website, Dixon Dynasty Family Recreation Center.org. Follow me, baby.
Oh
No. Just follow me.
Oh
you know.
man, this is why you need an alter ego. You out here looking, you know, absolutely differently. Huh? Oh, sorry, I was trying your ad lib and no, sorry. I'm gonna try again another time. Absolutely. Anyway, I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah.
So, Cas,
Yeah.
you got something for us?
Let's get it.
Yeah, you guys like Moneybaggo?
Yeah, he's cool.
He had a good year, didn't he?
Yeah.
He walked out with Floyd Mayweather at the Logan Paul fight.
Yeah, Wokeisha or Wokeisha.
Keisha?
No, she's woke.
Keisha.
Wokeisha.
Well, it looks like his girl, for his birthday, bought him 28.8 acres in Memphis, Tennessee.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, okay. Get that
27
rapper.
football fields worth of land.
Yeah,
That's crazy,
that 40 acres and a mule.
man.
What do you guys think about that? Cool? Not cool?
Truthfully,
Memphis, of all places?
it don't matter where it is. To be honest, that shit is dope to me. Like,
Yeah.
one, she's not thinking about like short-term revenue streams. She's thinking about long-term investments, right? Like, land right now is a hot commodity around the globe, to be honest. And if my girl is like, for your birthday, instead of us going on a trip here, which we can do every year anyway, instead of us buying this car, which you have plenty anyway, let me go buy you this property. I'm going to think completely different of her, because it's no longer about the bread that I'm giving her or the bread that we're receiving together. It's like, look, we trying to really invest in something bigger than both of us. And for me, that's super dope. Like, you're not thinking about that. That's not a birthday gift that you're thinking about every day. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my girl some land for her birthday. Like, you're not thinking about that.
Yeah.
And so I think it kind of comes to the time that we're in also, and people are really starting to change the mantra of what's important. Some, I should say. I wouldn't say all, but some. You know, like,
Let's be real.
And
Certified boy lover would not buy land. Your guy, Robert.
He's probably already done this.
I mean, he just rents out stadiums and stuff like that.
Exactly.
You know?
Wow, I didn't think we would mention Drake at all. We did that last episode. Let it go. Let it go.
Maybe he'll buy land for his
CBL
future girlfriend, the 17-year-old Millie Bobby Brown.
CBL 1. Anywho.
He got another one?
He's grooming her.
Wow.
This dude, he don't stop.
I know. Look at you.
He don't. No.
No.
Your guy.
Whoa.
I think he has a new one every week.
I don't like this triangulation. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that fucking mean. I should know what a therapy
that's
word.
literally why he has a cover full of women. Because he's probably has a name for it.
And half of them are under 18.
Ooh, see.
Are you one of those?
I didn't go there.
Not
I didn't go there.
Antifa, but what do you call those people? The conspiracy theorists. You think Hollywood's eating children?
1, absolutely. 2, Drake's part of it.
Wow.
Wow.
We have one of those guys on the show.
Oh wow. See,
I think 50% of
foul.
Hollywood is like Harvey Weinstein's. Yeah. And like Jeffrey Epstein's.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think. Oh man, we're not going to jump into that.
We don't need to. Please, I don't even want to jump into
I don't want to jump into that.
These are just words that will just be people will Google search. They'll be like, well, we found this podcast in Portland. They're just talking about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
So the guys who like bug our phones, they can be like, these guys have been really hot. They talked about COVID. They talked about so many different things today.
So, okay, back to Moneybag. I know you're going to play devil's advocate here. What don't you like about it?
Because he's Moneybaggo. He's fixing his teeth.
Big facts, actually.
I was saying, before you get that land, you should pay for
Maybe to deal with that land, he could build his own dentistry shop.
I was like that.
Wow.
He could
Like,
build
don't
an
get me
actual
wrong. Don't get me
football
wrong.
stadium. He could build
I'm gonna get a grill, but like, isn't his teeth like all like the front with like ice?
The girl hides him.
Yeah, I know. You know they dying behind the shield. That's why Wokeisha.
That might just be a Memphis thing.
I think it is. I know it's a cultural thing, but like, tastes like candy, sweet like fruit. Can I
Wet
get
like water.
Can I floss my teeth on through? That's what I want to ask.
I'm just gonna go wow.
Moneybag.
He out here taking shots.
Moneybag,
at the bag.
There's like 2 songs I mess with you at, but like for real. But no, I would say like devil's advocate. Hey, if Moneybag wants to come for a therapist, I would love it. I would eat him alive.
I don't think he's ever gonna come see you after what you just said about him.
I'm not to go off. Let's go off base, but I would say I want to say like devil's advocate because one, I still think Moneybagg himself, and this is just from like I'm not really a fan, but like I have respect for him. But like a person like looking into him and his relationship, things like that. I think he's a modern day, in my opinion, like dude because some of the things that he has said and done, the actions, not the words and the actions line up where he's kind of like, I'm for my chick and he does things for his chick where like he set the precedent and standard. Yeah. I just think in the superficial way that we live in our lives that I just hope that was not done for like surface level things. We're like, oh, I just got him some land. But I can say the same things about, Moneybagg about what he did for, his girl and things like that. So I would say if it's done with the truest and purest intentions, that's a little bit where I have like the concern with because like watching the reaction. And once again, I don't know this guy from a rock on the ground. Like I really don't know him at all. It just seemed some of his reactions was kind of like, yeah, I got some land. Gonna do this.
Yeah, I'm curious if he's actually gonna do something with the land, or if he's just gonna sit on it and then sell it after a couple years when it gains value.
Exactly.
Because to build something on that land, you have to invest money because you have to clear. You have You have to build foundation. You have to build all this stuff. You have to subdivide. That's like another 6 to 7 figures you have to put into that land. But who am I to say how a guy should spend?
Exactly. You got anything?
No, I think just that investment, man, is smart, man. Like, there's a lot of money you got to dump into it, but it's also like you can do something like a Rick Ross did, right? Like,
ooh.
Take your land, put a fat ass house on it, and then make money for you. Like have a movie be played in there, or have a movie filmed in there, and now he gets paid off of that movie too because it was filmed in his house. So it's like, there's so many avenues and streams of just having land as a necessity, man. Like he can put anything he wanted on that land and figure out a way for it to make money for himself just because he has it. Mm-hmm. So, he got the money to do some stuff. So let him do what he got to do.
And in Memphis, you have the world's biggest Bass Pro Shop.
Really?
And that's really important because it's like a Memphis icon.
Really?
Yeah. So originally in Memphis, they built, was it a hotel or a casino? It was like the big triangle. Like, how they have that big pyramid? Not pyramid. It's a pyramid, not a triangle. How they have that pyramid in like Vegas? Mm-hmm. What's it called?
Pyramid.
No, it has
it's the hotel?
The hotel, yeah. So the exact same thing, but in Memphis. Went out of business. Bass Pro Shop bought it.
Oh shit!
So now the world's biggest Bass Pro Shop is in a huge pyramid. It's got the huge like bronze logo on it, and it's like 3 stories tall. You can fish in there. You can almost hunt in there. Like it's crazy. Damn. That's all I know Memphis for.
Okay.
There you go.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm learning.
Please, after this, I'll show you. It's actually insane.
Please do.
It's actually insane.
Okay.
The heart of redneck right there.
Okay.
Learn something new every day.
I know. See, this is why I like this guy. I get caught up on all my news.
All your news.
No.
Speaking of news.
No.
LeBron James.
Not yet.
Not yet.
My
apologies.
Not yet. Because I want to make sure I cross my T's and dot my I's. Mm-hmm. So also one thing that actually kind of came up when both of you guys were talking that I definitely wanted to bring to both of y'all is one, I at least want to just bring it down from like celebrity to like regular folks where like I hope even though Ari's done some some things that that's questionable. I'll just say questionable. But I just wishing and bringing positivity on their relationship, and that is like a really like big milestone. Be like, hey, I'm invested in you, and that's really good. And because I want people to get nutrients from this, and I was just thinking from all of us, and this is free for all. What do you think would be like an equivalent for like modern day people? Because that's like a big rich thing. Okay, there's still some things that you can do to like push that same envelope on a person you have right now. And we're not talking about courting or dating or anything, or like not very first dates, because if you do it on the very first date, that's simp shit. So I'll say that right now. But we're talking about you're in a long-term relationship or something like that. What do you think would be a good like modern, like our level type of like, all right, I got you a franchise? Even that's pushing it.
The easiest thing you can think of right now, I'd say, would be like something like a crypto or like a stock. Hey, I bought you this much of this stock. Hey, I bought you this much crypto. Take this Ethereum. That would be, I think, in our world, that's like the closest thing.
Okay.
No, like I didn't even think of that. To be real, like you took it to a whole different spot, right? Like that reinvestment aspect of things. Like that's a good one, right? And I don't know, an airplane ticket? Shoot.
That's what I initially thought about.
Like, like you want to give this person an opportunity to go express themselves in another place and have a relaxing moment, or like
have an experience.
Babe, let's go take a break,
Yeah.
And let's go hit Jamaica. Let's go hit the Dominican or whatever and go have a good time. Like, I think that's not only an investment in your mental well-being, but your physical well-being at the same time. And it's a break, right? Like you get to go step away from reality for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And another reason, too, I kind of brought this up is because when we look at the Moneybags and the Drakes and we look at the things that they do, I feel like our imagination is such a beautiful thing, but also it's such a poisonous thing. Yeah. We're like... Already, I'm priming y'all because I already have like things in the back of my head. One, because I'm a freak, and then two, I just wanted to see where my guys are at. Where like I wasn't even thinking about like stocks or Ethereum or crypto, so I'll give Cas that, and I wasn't even like I was thinking of like plane tickets and things like that. But like the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because it's very simple, to be honest with you. Because I feel like we do like crazy amounts because we want to show that love, but like the craziest thing you can actually do, you can do the same thing, is if your boo or someone like that has a business and they're running it, what's something you can do?
Help them out.
Invest in it.
Invest. Give them like 100. Don't worry about this. This is 100. I believe in you. Oh, does your business have any stock or anything like that? I want to buy 20 shares. What's 20 shares to you? I'm not even thinking about shares yet. Well, how much does share cost? 20%. I've already told Oddware, how can I buy some shares? Rob, you crazy. I'm dead ass serious. I want 20%. Yeah. Because I see the value in what you're doing, where it's kind of like whether when Cas starts your shirt business, when more showing more of the show and things like that, where it's kind of like, what's ways where I don't have to wait for y'all to be stupid crazy, where I'm like, nah, here's $100, buy yourself some lunch because I see you working hard. So the reason why I want to bring that is to like erode, like there's things we can do even like right now.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's kind of one thing I wanted to put out to people, to not let that stuff make you feel fugazi because you showing up. And then one thing I forgot to mention is you can buy your boo some therapy. They might take it as a negative. Like, you think I'm crazy? Probably. But you crazy for me.
Investment in that personal well-being, man.
Exactly.
That mental is very important, especially in a relationship, man. Go find somebody to talk to for a minute.
Yeah.
Go find somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Because your friends ain't going to always give you the best advice.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Not always.
Hell no.
Some will, but not all. Especially not the right ones.
I feel like our eyes are something so many different people. I'm like, yeah. But that's all I want to kick with that. But I feel like we keep saying the celebrity lane, but
man. I think this is a great transition into an article about the GOAT, you know, LeBron.
Oh God, why are you doing this?
You know, like, I'm not really a big LeBron fan, but when you break down, I'm a fan. You cannot not root for him. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, man. The things that he's done on the court, off the court, as a person in a relationship, I think the direction that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a GOAT, man. Like, he just knows how to give you jewels in everything that he does.
Jules.
And
I don't know. You see Space Jam 2?
I haven't seen it.
Thank you so much.
He's not an actor, bro.
Might be the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you for being my friend.
I don't disrespect him more for it, but just proves that Mike was able to do Space Jam and still be really good.
Mike didn't say like 4 words in that movie, bro.
That's all
Wow.
he knew. He knew that's all
Are
he
we
needed.
really doing this? Are we
He
really
didn't say
doing
nothing in that
this?
movie.
But yeah, we don't gonna get into
I
it.
didn't see Space
Also,
Jam 2, so I can't really judge.
LeBron and his steroids. But that's another topic for
Man, he might be a benefactor of the podcast one day. Stop this. Actually, don't stop this. This is fine. Slander.
So, but LeBron has this article about him apologizing to his wife Savannah, and I think it's a really dope article, really, to see like sometimes what the mind will do for a person, right? Like he talks about how he apologizes because he wasn't there for his wife, and while she ran the household, and he was selfish and in big means. Like, I think as a man, owning up to the selfishness sometimes is important. And it wasn't like he wasn't doing it for the best interest at heart, you know, but he owned up to the fact that, like, he took away from being there for his wife and not giving her the praise that she needed for doing the things on the back end, you know. And it wasn't like she was coming down on him, like, you never did this, you never did that, because I think she also recognized, which is, I think, amazing in a partnership, right? Like, if you can recognize what your partner is doing and recognize why they're doing what they're doing, it becomes, those words don't need to become spoken anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Because you understand, it's an understanding. And I think that's where they are in the relationship, not only from being high school sweethearts to, you know, going through the bull, you know, and they've been the rock for each other. And, you know, there's a point where LeBron was just about himself. And so I think it's great for him to kind of recognize his flaw in the relationship aspect, you know?
Yeah.
So
I definitely notice it now too. If you see, like I mentioned before, like, I'm on TikTok. He's like, his kids have TikToks, and he's in like every one of their TikToks doing these like silly little dances, especially with his girls. He does that, like, there's this like girl song where it's like best friends forever, and it's like this girly song, and you see this girl like 6'8", just beast, and with his like little daughter. It's adorable.
Glinda.
And you see like a lot, like, now I think on his shoes he always writes like James Gang, which is like his nickname for his family. So you notice now, especially because they're in LA and they all live in LA, how involved he is with like Bronny and his team and basketball.
Sierra Cannon.
And you just kind of notice how more involved he is in the family, and like yeah, you didn't see that before.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't see that before. Old man Braun.
But I you know, his time is coming, and I think that's also why, you know, it's the same thing as Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade started doing a lot of that stuff too.
True.
As he began to retire, and I think that's why he's on that path. He knows he's not going to be in the NBA for that much longer, and I think he's on that path of like, or Kobe. You know, Kobe was the same way, right? Like, you begin to take more time where time is necessary,
Especially as your kids get older too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, his son is getting to the point where, like, college is next in a few years.
Because I think he's in his junior year now.
He's 17 now.
Yeah, I think so. He's about to start his junior year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I don't know. I wonder if he'll play with his dad. I don't think so, but we'll see.
You think LeBron gonna push it?
Like, push the Lakers, or he's
No,
gonna push
just
in
like
terms of his like career?
Career.
I think if he has the opportunity, he'd try. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, LeBron. I think LeBron could be on an NBA roster until he's 40 something. Really.
True.
It's just he's not going to be like at the top, but he can be on a roster if he really wants to play with his son.
Go ahead.
Wow.
You know who can? Kevin Durant. That guy can't.
Are you talking about injury Kevin, or are you talking about healthy Kevin?
Wow, is this how we doing this? I'm a boy. You know,
Is Kevin gonna make it a whole year, or is he only gonna make it a quarter?
All right, I'm about to put hit.
Kyrie's gonna retire too.
I'm gonna put hits on all y'all motherfuckers. I have y'all playing in Pelican fucking bed.
And then he's gonna,
Okay.
Okay, Denzel.
Okay. Yeah, who's spinning now?
And then he's gonna say, "Oh, well, the Bulls were always my favorite guys." Really?
Actually, they.
Oh,
LaMelo, I mess with you heavy, but like off the court, like I mess with your foolishness, but I need an all around like number
he's
one.
looking for his new bandwagon.
Man,
Soon.
Cas, who are you standing for right now?
Who am I standing for?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You're Blazers fan, right?
Yeah.
All right. When
I was
they,
at a bandwagon. We suck.
yeah, y'all bandwagon just losing. Y'all just
That's not a bandwagon.
Yeah,
man.
it is.
Sorry.
Y'all just like
I'll get your
disappointment.
dictionary for Christmas.
Yeah, it is a bandwagon. yeah, out here. Oh, Damian Lillard.
You're gonna be a Jason Tatum fan. I think.
Well, that's actually clever. 'Cause I want you to know.
He's a family guy. He's good.
I was like, ooh, Jason Tatum gonna get caught. But I don't think I can rep Boston like that. Sorry. Anywho. So, I always have to say this because LeBron on the court, issues, problems, issues,
how?
possibly a cheater. But anywho, allegedly.
cheater.
That's like saying Tom Brady is a cheater.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to say allegedly. He is. He robbed Peyton's and
you call him the GOAT, right? In football, call him the GOAT for football. LeBron.
I am
Go for
forced to
basketball?
call him. I am forced.
Yeah, and
Like,
you think he's a cheater, right?
Huh?
Oh, okay. Shoe fits, right? Where?
Ooh, I like what he's doing. He's trying to put me in the spin cycle, but guess what? It goes in reverse. Anyway,
You're still spinning though.
no, I'm not. Not really, because I'm gonna get back on subject. That's how you be spinning, getting back on subject. Anywho, here's the thing. I always have to say this: LeBron on the court. We'll talk about criticism, leadership, all that. But one of the things that I had to mature over like years of like, oh, LeBron this and this like that. But LeBron has been consistently off the court a stellar dude. Like that's the dude I would want to meet. Not basketball LeBron. I would have problems with him. So the one reason, because you guys are both hitting like, we're all pretty much saying the same things in different variations. Mm-hmm. But one of the like dope things about it that I think is like really cool is as just not just a young man, as men in general, because we had this question on here. I believe you were on the point where we were asking him if you could be successful and like grind things like that.
Yeah.
I think LeBron kind of showed the aspects of like, I didn't do that, but I know you stayed with me. I'm not trying to say Savannah stayed with him because of money and things like that. Cause I know it's out of like love, but it's kind of like me not admitting or acknowledging this would do damage for when I get out of this. Like, I feel like a lot of guys, and I can test this because I'm not like one of those people, not a really big Kobe fan, but like I'm not going to lie. But I'm telling you, I get the Kobe mentality where like, if you look at the same thing with Kobe, right? When all that shit happened with him, right? Before, his, tragic death, he went to Vanessa being like, yo, I put you through a lot of bullshit. And this is while he was playing, he didn't get done. Like when he got done, he like cleared it up. But I feel like that's what a lot of people who are making money and like that, doing that dream thing, forget when like, no, you had down ass chicks and y'all put them through that. So acknowledging that acknowledgement piece is like the major piece. So I commend him for doing that before he's out the league, where he has more time to think. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy thing about it. That's why I want to give LeBron more of his kudos. Like he had to like soul grab himself out of the matrix.
Mm-hmm. I think the injury kind of helped with that. I think he began to kind of recognize like that major injury, and she became more vocal about the COVID thing last year.
She did
with Orlando when he was in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She hated on his regiment, his morning regiments and stuff. She was like, she hated how he just took basketball so extremely serious, and just his mindset and how he woke up, his daily routines, and she started to become a little bit more vocal. It wasn't like she wasn't irritated, so to speak. She wasn't like coming down on LeBron, but it was more of like this dude's routine is just outlandish. Like it's crazy how much what he does, and it was more of like informative from an outside perspective. And I think once he won and got hurt, it was like, oh, I might want to begin to recognize my wife because we don't know where this is going to go. Like you were saying, I think like how Kobe put his wife through a lot and getting wrapped up in it. And you're wrapped up in something completely different because you want to do this. She's the one that has to deal with the back end of it. And it's like being able to recognize, like, hold up, I got to slow down. I have a family too. I have a life too.
Yeah.
I have a, like, so, you know, I respect LeBron, man, just for even just owning up to his ownness, right? Like, he owned up to something that I don't think a lot of people own up to.
No, I agree as well. And is when it just, sometimes when I just hear and look at some of like the men that I'm just around and when I just hear, and I'm making this general from like popular culture where it's kind of like, I think just from a heterosexual standpoint, I think men just take for granted when they finally, you know, get the cheat code for the girl, and the girl's like totally, and I know we're kind of like dancing around like Kevin Samuels, but like you have that total submissiveness and you have that total, like she's bought into that. Like that's the shit that people take for granted. When that person is extremely bought into that process of like, I trust your leadership, and maybe we'll have enough time to get into like that BS, but like when you know you have someone's like undying loyalty and things like that, that's the gate. That's not the gate. That's the door for setting the foundation that we all sing about, what we all, you know, rap about. Where like that's and
a loyal. I want a chick who's loyal. Loyal. And then when you have it,
loyalty.
And what did Mike Epps says?
Loyalty.
He ain't like that when you ain't here.
Yeah.
Nigga ain't like that. How you doing? And
where the bitches at?
and it's kind of like, I don't know about y'all, but like sometimes like I'm out and like I'm not trying to like out guys or locker room things like that, but like you gonna do what you gonna do. But like I just see that a lot more with like the emptiness, like, and that's crazy. It's that emptiness where I just find like why does that have to be like this? Why can't you notice that you have a good thing and not just notice you have a good thing? This person literally has given you all their trust. They trust that you're going to steer them in the right direction. So why wouldn't you take that with the utmost respect? You just got knighted. You're
Sir.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's deep.
Okay.
That's deep.
I like that, Robert. I like that.
Well, I do have a big discussion because I feel like we all share the same thing, but I don't want to be disrespectful. You kind of want to bring up Kevin Samuels, but like,
what are we looking at on time?
we're an hour and 5 minutes.
We'll talk about him.
We'll talk about it and we'll see.
It's not that important.
Okay.
Another time.
We'll see how this.
I'd rather just get to like what you got.
No, we'll hop on this. If it doesn't go too long, we'll see. So actually, this, to be honest with you, one of the main like credentials to be on the show and, you know, to be a fucking member is like your heart has to be bigger than, like, you know, the heart that you was given. Like, you know, we keep running these references in the ground, but no John Q. But like we got another one John Q ass people on here. Like, we got big hearts. We just, you know, we don't know what to do. And I just kind of want to bring this up to y'all, where it's kind of like in the modern day, right? And I'm outing you guys that y'all both have big hearts. And how do you think culture we'll go over the male aspect. How do you think culture takes in men who have big hearts?
Go ahead, Cas. That was a like, what's up?
Yeah. I think people always say, oh yeah, you know, it's a good thing. You know, everyone loves, you know, someone with a big heart, all this. In reality, I think really you seem a little weak. In our stereotypical world as like a view of a man, I think having a big heart, well, it's like what people say is like a good thing to have, and it's like the way we should be. We're not to that level yet, so it's still almost like a stereotype. Like, if you do have a big heart, you're gonna get it broken, and if you get it broken, doesn't necessarily mean you're weak, but you've been weakened. in a way. So that's kind of how I see it in our world. That's how I think it's perceived.
Oh, is it my turn now?
Oh, I can. Whoever's feeling, tell feeling.
Feels it.
So, big-heartedness, man. It has its perks and its negativity. You know, I think in our society we show like toughness and rigidness as men, and we got to be strong and supportive, and we can't have this soft skin, soft spokenness, and big-hearted folks tend to don't fit that mold, right? Like, we care, we give people our hearts, and sometimes, like Cas is saying, like that can be broken, and people expect you to be evil in the process, and it's like a lot of times, man, like my heart's too big. Like I've been saying recently, is like my heart is too big to be mad and upset about situations when it's been broken. Like my heart is too big. Like you can take chunks from it, but what does that say about you at the end of the day? If you're gonna take somebody's heart and crush them, what does it say about your heart? Right? You might not have one, and I'll give you a piece of my heart. Yeah. Like, because at the end of the day, one day you're gonna wake up and realize that you have a piece of my heart with you. And that for me, I think, is a bigger message to people out there. Like, the more and more you take from other people, and if they're willing to give you stuff, right? At the end of the day, when you see it in the closet, you know where that came from, right? Like, if you give a girl your T-shirt, right, and she stay the night, take it home, and she hang it up, you might not ever see her again. What's hanging up in her closet? Your T-shirt.
Shit in the rafters.
Right? And so every time she go through her clothes and see that T-shirt, she can be like, oh, so-and-so's T-shirt.
Or she says, oh, I don't remember where I got that T-shirt.
But right, like, but there's a piece of it, right? There's a piece of it left with her. She might not remember who it came from, but if the piece was big enough to be taken, she's gonna remember who you are.
I think
No. Like, and I think with people with big hearts, man, like, you're willing to give some of it away.
Yeah.
It sucks sometimes giving it away.
Oh, yeah.
You're not giving it back,
bro.
But.
I think a big part of also having a big heart is realizing, like, you almost have to get used to being let down. And I'm talking, like, for whether that's relationship, whether that's friends, you're going to put more effort in than most of the time, you're going to put more effort in. Yeah. And it's about just understanding who you are. You're like, well, just look out of the way. And maybe this will, let me down at the end of the day. Maybe it won't, but yeah,
that's crazy.
I didn't need to do this, y'all. Hashtag, this is supposed to be like motivational, but like hashtag sad boy hour. I was like, Cas, that's right. I'm like, oh, I would say, I'm sorry, AJ. I was like, damn. I was like, you right. I'm like, what's this?
What are you gonna say, Robert? Please.
No,
motivation.
Like, it's not even this motivation, because I feel like having this conversation is motivation. It's motivation in itself, where like words can't explain. Like, I'm sorry for my audio only, but like this is why I say you gotta watch the video. Where like my expressions are the only way that I can formulate. But like I get these dudes so much,
man,
because like in this world, like, I don't get me wrong, I understand things are a hierarchy system and there's things like that, but that's the element of life where I feel like I'm starting to get away from like, oh, social media is the issue and things like that. I'm just gonna say no. Not social media, you're the issue, because there's content, there's literally content on the internet that you can go to and you can click. I'm not trying to do a plug for our show, but you as a user, there has to be a point in time where like you YouTube surf, and you gotta be like, what? I need to get off of this. This is not good for me. This is why I have a problem sometimes with, and maybe I can rope in Kevin Samuels and things like that with the manosphere, where like I don't think Kevin is a part of Kevin Samuels, as I'm talking, guys, is a part of the manosphere, because he's doing his own thing, and a lot of people say even with him, like, oh, he's against women, things like that. Not so much. I feel like there's an entertainment value, but for the viewer, you have a responsibility to fact check and have context. I'm not going to blindly follow Kevin Durant off the cliff, and as I respect him. Also, when I listen to Kevin Samuels, I'm not going to blindly just like one of Kevin Samuels' bits that's entertainment that people take too far. For example, is him being like, a high value man has options. If you're audio only, I just rolled my eyes.
Yeah,
he's talking
because then everyone thinks they're a high value man.
Exactly, and
just like women think they're high value women.
Exactly. So my thing is, if you are quote unquote a high value man, everyone has the option to cheat. And if a chick who wants to tolerate being cheated on, you're just lucky until she figures out her worth or value, or she wants something that's more than monogamy. So as a viewer, you have a responsibility. Yeah, it's on, like, if you have a big platform, I just can't be like, oh, I hate these people, hate this, things like that. I have a responsibility. But also as a viewer, you be kind of like, yo, AJ talking wild. I'm gonna give him like, let me see how he reacts. Let me see what it does like that. Then after that, I'm done. Like, for example, Fresh and Fit podcast. I know how to have that context with Fresh and Fit. We're like, oh, they're just being wild. This is actually pretty educational. They did that stuff with Abba and Preach. I don't care if y'all know, but I had a responsibility as a viewer. I'm like, I need to get up off of them. I need to not watch them because that's my responsibility as a viewer. But that's just my own headcanon. I don't know how y'all feel.
Yeah, and I think it goes to like TV, right? Like Bad Girls Club. A lot of y'all like watching Bad Girls Club. What is it about? Like
bad girls.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no knock on them. They're making their money, whatever, how you make your money. Like, go ahead. But what are you promoting, right? The idea of I can cuss, scream, fight, beat somebody up, be popular because I'm doing that, and I'm a rapper's wife, or I'm a basketball wife, or whatever, and this is what we do. But at the end of the day, to the little girls that are watching that, or the little boys that are watching that, and you're sending them the message, like you're saying, like you're sending them this message of what they're watching and what they want to be, and it's distorting the reality of the situations that might occur after. And we keep talking about this big heartedness, man. Like you're saying, like you can change the channel. You can watch something else. You can listen to something else. Listen to something that's going to help you become a better person. Why don't you grow in some aspects of things? Like, man, like the heart is a unique organ, right? Like think about it. It pumps blood through your whole body every day, every minute, every time you think and wake and everything you do. Like it's pumping blood through your whole body. And I'm willing to give you something that supports me with life. And you're going to take advantage of it. I'm giving you life, and you're going to take it and run. I'm giving you life, and you're going to take it and leave me with nothing, right? Like, yeah, it might not be physically. You might not physically take it, but mentally you're taking it from me.
Yeah.
Like, and we forget, especially like as men, it's like we're supposed to protect and do these things and find ways to support women and be this strong person, but there's men out there that have a sensitive side, I should say, and I think a lot of times those people get kicked to the curb because they're not tough enough, and it's like sometimes it's not always about being tough, because there are ladies that like sensitive men, and there's men who can get shit done that are quote unquote sensitive or whatever you want to call it, like because we're connected and we're in tune with our body and our emotions and our feelings. And then it's like 1 minute you got women that are like, man, I need somebody who knows their emotion, and then you're like, no, he's too emotional,
Yeah.
So it's like, we live in a society where standards aren't set to be standards. And we, I don't know, I'm kind of like opening the door for crazy context, whatever, but I think we have to like figure out how in society as men that we can be across the board, and not expect a woman to dictate who we are and how we want to be. Sorry for the rant, but
no, bro, you can rant. This is a show for that. You can rant.
This is the show for the rant, huh?
Because then this opens us up because I'm trying to also throw oops to, to my man Cas too as well, because we've talked about this heavy so much on the show where it's kind of like that's when for me it gets crazy where like the definition where like we'll see people like I'm trying to think of like Russell Wilson and then like
Sierra.
And like Obama, where like girls, or I don't want to make this a male versus female type thing, but it's kind of like you like, oh, I wish there was a guy like that or things like that. But like, do you see the pedigree that those men operate at? Like he said, Sierra, we gotta wait, and she was like, what, WAV, and then even though she was on her own little journey, but like when. Well, I'm just saying, but like when you're with someone who is that focused or dialed in, like of course they may seem weird or square. Look at her now; she's like, I'm invested. We'll laugh at Russell Wilson wearing a chain and a do rag in the bed. We be like, nigga, you ain't with no set. What are you talking about? But like, as a quirky dude, like I get, like he is so sure of himself and in his own lane.
It's unlimited.
but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like just going back globally, because we have a responsibility. I had a responsibility to be different. Why, to be honest, why we all are doing this show is because we got tired of not having a place where we can hear this stuff.
Yeah.
And instead of complaining, we created this where whether it's 4 or 5 people listening, I want for whenever I have kids, and maybe this is my selfish thing, gentlemen. If I ever pass away and I have kids, just send them this shit. Like this is like my book on tape of like how to like live life to the best of your ability. But I guess one thing I kind of just want to, at least on my end, and I'm cool, and I don't know about if y'all have some other things, so I want to open up to like big heartedness. Is just not just men, just people in general. It's like it's so crazy. I don't know if y'all feel like this, but like I feel like we have the mentality, and I feel like it's a real skill to like we fall down like that optimism, like that practical optimism where like you get burned by a situation, and not just relationships, but like a career or a person or something like that, and you just find it somewhere in the depths of your fucking soul to be like, I can do this again. And I don't know about y'all, but like just in reminding people to trust the process when you have that big heart, because not everybody's going to recognize that. And there has to be a place where you replenish yourself, whether that is you conjugating with friends or you believing in, even with your mom or dad being like, I'm gonna have belief that you gonna get it together, and when you don't even see that stuff. So that's why I kind of want to just, tell people, if you do have that big heart, there's nothing wrong with that. It's also about who you give it to. And then if you give it to the wrong person, it's okay. That's why you got a big heart. There's a lot of fucking meat on that bone.
There's a lot,
But that's what I at least want to have that open conversation about. But that's a little bit, but
I got a question for both of you.
Yeah.
With the opportunity of being hurt, does it suck giving your heart away?
I'll go. He's giving the depth there. I'm gonna tell y'all what my mama told me, and I always know this is I love hard.
You love what?
I love hard.
Hard. Okay.
And my thing is, I wrestle. Actually, you fucking good with this one, motherfucker. To answer your question and not go too much of a rant, the present version of me, and I say the shadow, like I mean dark side, present version of me, tells me every time why did you give that person the opportunity to hurt you? I am in your mind to protect you because no one else is looking out for you like I am, because I told you should have trusted your gut, but look at you being an optimistic prick, doing it again. Yep. But the real present version of myself and my future self, you can never ever regret giving your love to someone, because whether it's unrequited love, one-sided love, love that made it there, it's still love. That's what makes us human. And at times, I'm sad that I gave my love away and wasn't received. I'm not sad that I gave love, because that's what this earth and people from different walks of life need to experience. Because what's the thing? My thing, I'm going to pass it to Cas, is if I go to another country and I can't speak a look at that language or anything like that, you know what's universal? Me reaching out a hand. And you know what's going to be on that person's mind, whether it's different language? Either A, this person needs help. No, like reaching out a hand. Someone, like literally, I'm building. If someone falls, right, and I don't know anything about that language, and everyone's like looking, and I reach out a hand. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna reach back, because that's a sense of like, this person sees I need help. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's something that's love. That's life.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head on there. The only thing I could add to that would be like, yeah, I think it's all about like, when you get hurt, going back home, licking your wounds, having a senju bean, like that reference, and regrouping, and just right back into it. Because what's life without love? You gotta get back on the horse. You gotta have fun with it.
Also, who you dating now?
Don't worry about that.
Oh.
Yeah. Any other things, gentlemen?
I think to kind of answer my own question, it's like it becomes difficult, right? Like because you have like the playback of what happened previous, or you have the thought provoking forwardness, like you said, like your shadow is like, nah, motherfucker, don't do it. But then you kind of set yourself aside and you recognize who you are, and it's like that's all of who you are. I'm gonna give you all of me, John Legend, right? Like, right? So, but it's like, I think, Cas, you said it best. Like, we all want that aspect of being loved and giving love and receiving love, and you can get it in different forms and different manners. But it's like, at the end of the day, you can't regret giving all of yourself to somebody even though they don't accept it.
Yeah.
And
it's just like, you can regret being one of those sad boys that then post on social media about how you're sad and depressed. That looks bad in the future, because you're gonna look back like, what was wrong with me?
But I think so. To be real, shit. Here we go. I was one of those sad boys, But I think But I think at the end of the day, people express themselves in different manners, right?
See, I was like that too. Like, I would, like, on my second Instagram account, I post stuff, and then now I've deleted all of them.
Wait, you had a burner account?
Don't worry about that.
Wow! Yeah. So you couldn't go to Katie, but you got burner accounts.
Everyone had a
I don't got no burner account. If you know how many DMs I slid in this week?
There's only
7.
There's only one hero. Am I right? Look at that.
Are you our anti-villain? No. Vigilante. There we go.
What you mean?
So if he's the villain, I'm the hero. Are you the vigilante?
Why am I the villain?
You just said you a villain.
I like playing a villain.
I'm just a bystander walking on the street.
But I'm sorry, Cas. Continue, Mr. Burner account.
No, it was on.
Oh, it was on me.
Arthur, yeah.
I got sidetracked, so I don't even know where I am right now.
You know what? This is a perfect segue to be like, once again, gentlemen, I really appreciate the both of y'all today. Cause I don't know when I'll edit this one. Probably it'll be out there in the streets in the next 3 weeks. But I appreciate that all of us who work on the shows or various other things that they do is like they walk around on this earth with big hearts, and sometimes I feel like I'm by myself when it comes to having those big hearts. And I'm so glad that this is a beacon for those people to find refuge, because literally we're gonna change the world.
Why not?
Why are we not going to change the world?
There we go. and this has been the Plano. Oh, I thought I'd turn my mic off. This has been the Plano Games podcast.
Peace.
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.